How's it going, my peeps? It is now time for the TNA 2013 Lockdown prediction game video. In the background is my simulation of the main event, Bully Ray versus Jeff Hardy for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship, a match you're going to see this Sunday at Lockdown. So, what I'm going to do this time is, well, first off, I know this prediction game video is later than usual. I usually upload them on Fridays, like in the morning, sometimes at night, if not, early Saturday morning, but here we find ourselves, you know, Saturday night. But anyways, regardless, it's still here, and I'm gonna do it a bit differently this time, where I'm actually gonna go into detail about my prediction for the main event in this same video. There's not gonna be a part 2, where I just dedicate that video to going into detail on the Bully Ray versus Jeff Hardy match. As far as the other matches, I'll just go over them quickly and give you guys, you know, my prediction, telling you who I think is going to win the match without going into too much detail. So, let's start off. First match, Robbie E versus Robbie T. Yes, both Robbies facing off. I'm going to go with Robbie T winning this match. I got confused since, you know, both Robbies. But yeah, I'm going to go with Rob Terry winning this one. Also, something to keep in mind as far as this lockdown goes. Unlike the previous Lockdown pay-per-views, not all matches are held inside a steel cage. Actually, if you look at TNA's website, the main event is in a steel cage. The Lethal Lockdown, of course, is inside the steel cage. I mean, you need the steel cage to have the Lethal Lockdown match. Wes Briscoe versus Kurt Angle, that's also a steel cage match. But as far as the rest of the matches, it seems like they're just regular matches, not inside the steel cage structure. Could be wrong, but as you know, just looking at the TNA website, it seems like not all matches are steel cages. So, or are held inside the steel cage. Anyways, afterwards, you've got Joey Ryan versus Joseph Park. I actually didn't know initially that they had this matchup. I guess I'll go with Joseph Park actually winning this match. We haven't seen too much of Joey Ryan lately, but we've seen, you know, Joseph Park here and there. I think Joseph Park might pull off the victory like a surprise win or something like that, maybe by a roll-up or something. And after that, you've got the X Division Championship. The new X Division Champion, Kenny King, defends against Zema Ion and Christian York. And for this one, I'm going to go with Kenny King retaining his X Division Championship and beating both the other guys. And then the Knockouts Championship, Gail Kim versus Velvet Sky. They actually had Velvet Sky versus Gail Kim at last year's Lockdown, although that time Gail Kim was the champion and she retained the championship against Velvet Sky. And also, the last time Velvet Sky won the championship at Bound for Glory, she lost it to her first, I think, challenger, which was Gail Kim at Turning Point. So who's going to win this one? Is it going to be Gail Kim or Velvet Sky? I'm actually going to go with Velvet Sky retaining her championship. I don't see her losing the title, you know, that quickly once again. I think she's going to hold it for a decent amount of time. At least not, you know, lose it against Gail Kim so quickly. Anyways, after that, there's the Tag Team Championship match. The new Tag Team Champions, Bobby Roode and Austin Aries, defending against Daniels and Kazarian and Chavo Guerrero and Hernandez in a triple threat tag team matchup. I like these matches. I like the triple threat tag team matches. As far as who I think is going to win, I'm going to go with Roode and Austin Aries retaining their titles. I think it's too soon for them to lose. It's not only what I want to see happen, but it's also what I think is going to happen. I don't think Roode and Aries are going to lose the tag team titles so soon. Hernandez and Chavo were just the tag team champions, and they lost to Roode and Austin Aries. And Daniels and Kazarian, I don't think Austin Aries and Roode are going to lose the tag team titles to a heel tag team, because that means that that means Roode and Austin Aries get a rematch against the heel tag team, so it's 2 heels facing off, or 4 heels in the case of a tag team match. So yeah, my pick, Roode and Aries. And then the steel cage match between Kurt Angle and Wes Briscoe. I'm gonna go with Kurt Angle winning this one. I don't think Wes Briscoe is gonna win against Kurt Angle. Maybe he wins like a rematch or something like that on Impact. But as far as winning the Lockdown match, or, you know, the steel cage match at Lockdown, I don't think so, so I'm going to go with Angle winning this one. And then the Lethal Lockdown match, it's Aces and Eights, Devon, Mr. Anderson, DOC, Garrett, and Mike Knox versus Sting, Magnus, Samoa Joe, James Storm, and Eric Young. I'm going to go with Team TNA winning this one. So Sting, Magnus, Samoa Joe, James Storm, and Eric Young. And there's a big reason for that. If you look back at all the previous Lethal Lockdown matches that they've had at Lockdown, it's always been the good guys, the face team, that won the Lethal Lockdown. So, it's the safe pick, and for that reason, I'm going to go with Team TNA winning this one. And then the main event, the simulation you're watching right now, Bully Ray versus Jeff Hardy for the World Heavyweight Championship. So, in this case, Bully Ray's the face, also Jeff Hardy's also the face. And a lot of people have been saying, oh, you know, Bully Ray's gonna turn and he's gonna align himself with aces and eights and, like, screw Jeff Hardy out of the championship or something like that. And, you know what, I actually think that could happen. But bottom line, I think whether Bully Ray, you know, beats Jeff Hardy fair and square, or cheats or something like that, I think Bully Ray's gonna come out of Lockdown as a champion. But at the same time, sometimes the most obvious thing doesn't end up taking place, and what people least expect happens. So in this case, a lot of people have been talking about Bully Ray finally winning the championship, beating Jeff Hardy, whether it be by aligning himself with aces and eights or not. And not a lot of people think that Jeff Hardy is going to retain the championship, myself included. I don't think Jeff is going to retain, but at the same time, I'm not, like, putting that option away, or, you know, like, I'm not 100% sure that Jeff Hardy's not winning this. You can never be 100% sure, but one thing's for sure, it's going to be an interesting matchup, because you've got these two main event guys here, Bully Ray, Jeff Hardy, and Jeff Hardy, as far as steel cage matches goes, he's freaking put on some great performances inside the steel cage, and there's a few possibilities here. There's a few scenarios that could take place. Does Jeff Hardy retain? Does Bully Ray win the championship? If he does he win it clean, or does he, you know, does aces and eights help him? Does he reveal himself as the leader of aces and eights? For a while, I thought Bully Ray was a part of aces and eights, but then he turned face and things went in another direction. I mean, at Bound for Glory, or before actually Bound for Glory, when, you know, there was a whole Bound for Glory series, and the finals were Bully Ray versus Jeff Hardy, and Jeff Hardy got attacked by aces and eights while Bully didn't get attacked. That back then seemed like the perfect moment to reveal Bully Ray as the leader of aces and eights, or having an alliance with them. But then, you know, Bully Ray, he fought Jeff Hardy, and Jeff Hardy actually won the matchup. He beat Bully Ray, and like I said, Bully Ray turned face, and really, the whole Bully Ray a part of aces and eights thing, people stopped talking about that for a while. But now that Bully Ray's back in that title scene, especially against Jeff Hardy, the same guy that beat him in the Bound for Glory series, despite being attacked by aces and eights, the talk of Bully Ray being a part of aces and eights has come back. But anyways, my prediction for this match, I'm going to go with Bully Ray winning this. And in the comment section, give me your predictions for the matchups at Lockdown. With that said, I'm out, guys. See ya.